Welcome back, learners. We are studying chapter 3, metals and non-metal, and we are discussing the chemical properties of metal. You must remember that we have discussed reaction of metal with air and water. Now the third topic is reaction with acid. So we will see how a metal reacts with an acid. First of all, let's see the general equation. Whenever a metal combines with dilute acid, it forms its salt along with formation of hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas is known for burning with pop sound. By the help of this thing, you can identify the presence of hydrogen gas. Now let's see one example, a chemical equation here. When sodium combines with dilute HCl acid, at that time formation of salt NaCl occurs along with formation of hydrogen gas. So this is the chemical equation for that. Below you can see an image. Here aluminium metal is reacting with dilute hydrochloric acid and you can see hydrogen gas fumes. Okay, so let's continue. Here second picture where magnesium metal is reacting with dilute hydrochloric acid giving off hydrogen gas along with formation of its own salt. Now students, in the third picture here you can see a copper metal has been dipped in dilute hydrochloric acid, but this copper metal is not reacting with the acid. The nature of reaction of metals with acid depends on their reactivity. If metals are highly reactive, they will quickly react with the acid. If they are less reactive, then the reaction will be less violent. But there are many metals which do not react with these acids. You can conclude here that this copper is very less reactive when we compare it with magnesium and aluminium. Later we will discuss the reason behind it. Okay, so we have seen that whenever a metal will combine to an acid, what will happen? So this thing has been discussed. Now there is an exceptional behavior, and this exceptional behavior is with reaction of nitric acid. Whenever a metal reacts with nitric acid, then the production of hydrogen gas does not occur. You can see here it has been written, when a metal reacts with dilute nitric acid, then hydrogen gas not evolved. Why it is so? So let's find out the reason behind it. The reason is nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It is such a strong oxidizing agent that the hydrogen gas produced in the reaction when metal combines with your dilute nitric acid, at that time it oxidizes the hydrogen gas into water. Okay, as look, as your water is formed just because of oxidation of hydrogen gas, so nitric acid itself reduces to any of the nitrogen oxide like N2O, NO or NO2. The type of oxide formed depends on the nature of metal, the temperature of reaction and concentration of your nitric acid. So this is the exceptional behavior of nitric acid when metals react with it. Now it must be clear to all of you, but still very dilute nitric acid, however, react with magnesium and manganese to evolve hydrogen gas. So they occur normally. Here you can see reaction of magnesium with nitric acid. It's forming magnesium nitrate and along with formation of hydrogen gas. So you can see the compound here. Now students, one important thing is why this is happening. Why dilute nitric acid along with when it reacts with magnesium and manganese, why it's behaving normally? It is so because very dilute nitric acid is a weak oxidizing agent which is not able to oxidize hydrogen gas to water. So this is the reason behind it. Now we have seen the various things related to acid. We know that all the metals will react with acid. Okay, we have seen the nature, but still the noble metal, they do not react with acid. Let's take example of gold, platinum. Gold and platinum are very less reactive, you can say least reactive metals, so they do not combine with any of these acid. But still there is something by which they can combine. Let's see what's that. It's aqua regia. Yes, students, aqua regia, also known as royal water. It is freshly prepared mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in 3:1. Here you can see that it has been written. So don't confuse 1:3. Just keep in mind what I have said earlier. Okay, so if I mix 1 part of nitric acid and 3 part of hydrochloric acid, so the ratio will be said 1:3 if you are saying nitric acid earlier than hydrochloric acid. If you are saying ratio of hydrochloric acid to nitric acid, then you going to say 3:1. So just keep in mind which acid has been said 3 part and which one. Now this aqua regia is highly corrosive, fuming liquid, and it is such a reactive mixture that it can even react with the noble metals. It can dissolve gold and platinum too. So this is one important thing, and now it must be clear to all of you. Let's discuss the next thing. Now we have seen that some metals are more reactive, some are less reactive. First understand why it is so. Students, metals are those elements which lose electron in order to gain stability. Okay, so those metals which need to lose just 1 or 2 electron, or if they can lose their electron quickly, then they will be more reactive. And if a metal is not able to lose electron quickly or need a large amount of heat for that, then the metal, obviously it will not be such a reactive metal. Now reactivity series of metals, we have discussed this in earlier chapters, but still let's see what is it. The arrangement of metals in a vertical column in order of decreasing reactivities. This is called reactivity series, or even said to be activity series of metals. So let's see what the series is. Here you can see a picture of metals has been placed here. Okay, on the top you can see potassium, then sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead. Okay, here hydrogen can be seen easily. Now below this there are other metals: copper, mercury, silver, gold. Now let's see, as earlier told, the most reactive metal is potassium and it is at the top, while the least reactive element, gold, that is at the bottom. Okay, so the reactivity is decreasing as you come down. The metals which you can see above hydrogen, they are the reactive metal, and they are more reactive than hydrogen. We know that hydrogen is a non-metal, then why it is here? Hydrogen is just for reference. Students, those metal which you are seeing above hydrogen, they are capable of removing hydrogen in a displacement reaction. So whenever they will react with a compound, at that time they can displace hydrogen. But those metal which you can see below hydrogen, they are less reactive than hydrogen. That's why your copper doesn't react with HCl. The previous topic which we have seen, let's see it again. Look, I have shown one picture to all of you, and in that picture here you can see this copper coin has been placed in acid and it's not reacting. Why? Just because now we have seen in the reactivity series that your copper is less reactive than hydrogen. If it is less reactive, obviously it will not displace hydrogen, and that's why it's not reacting with the acid. Now I think it's clear to all of you. Let's go back to the topic. So this reactivity series is helpful for finding out whether a particular reaction will happen or not, and also which is more reactive metal and which is the less reactive metal. Now let's move to the next topic. It is reaction of metal with solution of other metal. Now you have to keep in mind, students, reactive metal can displace a comparatively less reactive metal from its compound in aqueous salt solution or in molten form. So the general equation going to be metal A plus salt solution of B. You can even say molten solution of compound of B, something like that. and the product formed will be salt solution of A, and the metal B will get displaced. We are aware of displacement reaction. When we were studying the types of chemical reaction, we have studied this topic. So if you want to know who will displace whom, whether a particular reaction will occur or not, then the reactivity series which we discussed just uh, before this topic, that will be very helpful to understand this thing. Now let me give you one example here. Look, when copper, okay, is reacting with say silver nitrate, the formula is AgNO3. So when these two will react, from the reactivity series you will get the idea that copper is more reactive than silver. So this reaction will occur, and what will happen? Copper will form its compound, that is your CuNO3 whole twice. Okay, so this is copper nitrate, and your silver Ag will get displaced. So we have seen that a highly reactive metal, or even say a high reactive metal, but just we are doing a comparison, displaces less reactive metal from its compound, and this is the displacement reaction. So students, today we have seen how metal reacts with acid, then we have seen the exceptional behavior of nitric acid, we got to know about aquaresia, the reactivity order of various metals, and lastly we have seen their displacement reaction. So this topic, chemical properties of metal, ends now. We have discussed all the things, and later on you will get videos on reactivity or chemical nature of non-metals. So that's all for today. Keep learning, keep asking.